That sucker is in the dirt.
All right, so we got a call from the U.S. Forest Service, and we've got a guy stuck in the mud way down in southern Utah, somewhere out by Bicknell. Not really sure the exact location, but we're going to be using our onX maps to figure that out. So we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So thank you, onX, for sponsoring today's video. But we're in the onX towmobile, pulling the Trekker on the trailer, and we got Steve and Hillbilly manning the ship in the Ford F550 with the skid loader on back. We're taking our forks, our bucket, and our winch box today, plus the Trekker. Plus, we're taking 3 manual backhoes and a pickaxe. If you don't know what a manual backhoe is, it's a shovel. So we're gonna learn how to use it today, because this thing is sunk, concreted in the mud, and we gotta get it out. So we're gonna be meeting up with one of the Forest Service officers down in Richfield, carpooling out there, and going and getting this thing out of the mud, hopefully. Obviously, since we're going past Salina, we're stopping at Love's. We're gonna fuel up. Hillbilly and Steve are a little bit behind us. They had to make a pit stop, but they'll be here in a second. We'll get everything all topped off, including ourselves. Oh, look, that's almost the same color as the Sequoia. I don't know where Hillbilly's at. They're taking forever. As I mentioned earlier, we got our manual backhoes in there. Yeah, shovels. I was talking with my buddy Scott from the U.S. Forest Service, and the reason we're going down is to help them out. When they call us, we go down, we help clean up all these vehicles off of Forest Service land, and you know what? We're able to make entertaining videos doing it. If you guys are going out into the Forest Service land or the BLM land, stay on the trails. Don't try to drive into watering holes. But Scott was telling me that he believes this is down on the Boulder Mountains. So if any of you guys know where the boulders are, I've never been there, but I think that's where we're headed today. Should make for a good day. We got all filled up. We got us some no man's land beef jerky, sunflower seeds of course, and some trail mix. We're ready for the day. What we didn't show you is we bought like 10 Lunchables because we're children. Got the Lunchables in the cooler and we are ready to rock and roll. And look at this, I've got some jerk just following me real close. Right on my tailgate, literally. Just kidding. It's the Trekker on the trailer, but anyway, so me and the boss get to enjoy the next 2 hours on the way to the boulders.
Yay!
So next stop's gonna be Loa. We're meeting up with Officer from the U.S. Forest Service. Yeah, Loa.
I just realized where Loa is. That's so far.
I told you. It's like a 3-hour drive on onX, but like a 6-hour drive in real life.
Yeah, but I just realized just now where we're going.
Yeah, don't you remember? We went and pulled that guy out with whiskers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it takes all day to get there. And then when we get there, we have to work.
I just filmed.
We need a mini excavator. Then when we get there, we can just dig them out. So we just stopped in Loa at the ranger station, got everything squared away with the officers, met with the U.S. Forest Service officer. He's gonna be meeting us up here. He's got a little bit more paperwork to do before he heads up. So we're gonna head over into Bicknell and get the Trekker gassed up, get a few final essential stuff that we need. A cool thing they just told me, we're gonna be within 1 mile of where Matt went and did a recovery right on the top of the Boulder Mountains. So it should be a pretty cool spot.
So we're just driving through wherever we are, I don't even know. And we found a Vic. We need to find all the Vics we can because we are trying to put derby cars together for next year. So if anyone knows where Vics are, 1998 to 02, if you guys know where any of those are, send us an email, Robby@RobbyLayton.com.
Yeah, so we pulled into Bicknell. Super nice people in this town. But even more important, you see that right there? Bing! That's Crown Vic. So we're calling on it, seeing if we can swing a deal, and maybe somebody has to drive it home from Bicknell tonight. I don't know. Anyway, if you guys know where any 98 to 02 Crown Vics are, runs and drives, and you want to see it get destroyed at a demolition derby next June, send me an email. My wife already gave you my personal email address, so do with what you want, but send us the info. You do have to hold that up?
Just a little bit, or it clicks it off, but it doesn't come spewing out until it's full.
Well, at least it works. So I just punched in the coordinates into my onX maps, and we are 16.7 miles away, so we're gonna use our Go and Track feature on the onX off-road maps to actually track where we're headed today. So we can show you guys where we're at. It's a super cool feature. We're also gonna be using our offline maps and 3D mapping. So there's a lot of cool features with the onX off-road maps. One cool thing is it's gonna tell us weather, terrain, everything you need to know about where you're going so that you can get to where you're going safely. So make sure you click the link in the description, get yourself on the app so that you can go off-road safely. And another cool thing, If you upgrade to your premium or elite memberships, you're gonna be able to get in on that competition that we're doing right now with me, Hillbilly, and Demri. Want to know more information? Hit the pinned comment below, click the link in the description, do whatever you gotta do. Go help Demri win because we're coming after her. Me and Hillbilly, we're getting more downloads than her. So make sure you guys help her out because she really wants that 72 Bronco. And if you know where a 72 Bronco is, in good shape, very rust-free, send me an email.
But not redone. We don't want it redone.
We need 2 of them, and we'll explain why later. We want to do the restoration so that you guys can watch us restore it. If you have the information, send it to us. We really appreciate it. And let's get to the Boulder Mountains. So we have officially left civilization, and we are on dirt roads that are really washboardy. So we got our Forest Service officer ahead of us. He's guiding the way. And we got the F550 right behind us. Got Hillbilly and Steve pulling up the rear. But I think we have like 17 miles of dirt road. So this is gonna be real exciting. Super exciting. This is the first time I've taken the new truck off-road. It's what we got it for. Well, 25 minutes of sitting here waiting for them. They finally showed up. We still have a ways to go. So we're just gonna check everything out and keep going. We're going up over the top of Boulder top. On the backside, we're like halfway.
Really? We were thinking we were getting close.
That's what I thought too. It's all the way up over the top and on the backside.
On the backside.
So
Deal though, the same fixes buckets we can actually.
it looks like the bucket's been sliding. So they're gonna hurry and fix it. We may not need the bucket, but we'd rather come prepared and not need it than need it and not have it. I didn't come prepared. I was so excited to give Hillbilly my pliers, and all I have was a crescent wrench and a screwdriver.
Holy cow. By the time we get to where we need to be, I think we'll be in Arizona. It's a long ways.
Pretty beautiful.
Robby was saying we're almost halfway there. So we got left behind because we're just barely creeping along because this road's very rocky, and there's a couple of spots where the storage boxes on the tow truck has barely scraped ground, and I don't want to be the one that rips a box off or damages it really bad. So I'm barely doing 5 miles an hour trying to avoid damaging the boxes. 2 hours later to go 3 miles. Took 2 hours to go 3 miles because that's how rocky this road has been, and we've bottomed out the boxes a couple of times. I hope we're almost there. We'll be good as long as if the boxes get damaged, as long as it's not for me, I'll be fine.
No.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the one to damage them either.
So we thought we lost Hillbilly and Steve.
Right there! Look, there's the lights.
You guys,
Figured I better stop and wait because they were going super slow.
I hope everything's okay. Robby stopped in front of his truck.
We're still like miles away. It's literally a 6-hour drive to where we're going, and we're like 4 hours in. This better be worth the drive. This is brutal. No, we got 2 more miles.
It took us 2 hours to go 3 miles.
I was gonna say we could unload it, but I think it'll be even more brutal riding in that. It is what it is. We don't get to choose the recoveries. Recoveries choose us.
As long as the boxes don't get damaged with me driving, I'll be okay.
Within 1 mile, and we're ditching this tow truck. It's gonna be 1 mile of terrible skid steer driving. But I ain't driving it. All right, so we decided to ditch the tow truck. This is absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, we've got the truck and the trekker, got the skid steer with a bucket, and the U.S. Forest Service officer, he's already up on his dirt bike going and checking on everything. He's gonna come back and let us know how it is, but we should be home free. I think we're on our home stretch. Then we still have the task of getting the Jeep out of the mud and getting it down the mountain, which I think we're gonna have to load it on the trailer. We were gonna wheel lift it out of here, but I don't think we're wheel lifting it out of this mountain. I think we're gonna wheel lift it once we hit the road down low. So normally this is like 25% getting to the job, 75% doing the job. This time it's gonna be 75% getting to the job because it's so horrible. But look, we came into a clearing and now there's cows. Let's say beef meadows. Look at that, beef meadows, and there's cows all over in beef meadows. That's kind of funny. This is not a road. Look, this is not a road. It's definitely not a tow truck road. No wonder nobody wanted to come and get this Jeep. And then we're the idiots that say yes. We've been waiting like 20 minutes for Hillbilly and skid steer. He's not coming. He put the bucket on the forks and he's like, I don't need straps. I'm pretty sure he went back for more I'm pretty sure he went back for straps.
I knew we shouldn't have let Hillbilly pick whether he had straps or not.
It's nice up here. It's really windy and cold, but it's nice. Blue skies, could be way worse. So while we wait for Hillbilly, Steve's gonna back the truck and trailer up through the trees, and we're gonna get the Trekker unloaded, unless Hillbilly stole the keys, which he more than likely did. So we got the manual backhoes out. Hillbilly's got a pickaxe because he's John, or who is it?
John Henry.
We got John Henry and Paul Bunyan over here. I don't know what he's gonna do with that pickaxe, but should be pretty soft. There's a river that went right under this, but we've got a game plan. What we need to do first is expose the wheels so that we can hook on them and try to lift the thing out of the ground. If we can get it out of the ground, it shouldn't be too bad. We'll get the Trekker, we'll winch it out, and then we've got to get it put in neutral. The thing is locked up and there's no keys. It's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. We left this morning at like 9:30. So we want to hurry and make light work of this job, get it loaded, and get the heck back out of here because we have another 5 or 6 hours back out. Good thing we brought 3 shovels. Dave, we're gonna need our shovel warranted. So you can see just how far this wheel is actually buried. When this guy got stuck, he got stuck. Been here since July, so of last year. I think it's been here for like 3 months. So had some time to dry out.
We got a problem. It's flat. Good thing Hillbilly's got some air on his Trekker.
Onboard air.
Onboard air.
I wonder if we could winch this without even lifting. Should we try?
It's dug out enough. We probably could.
Wanna go grab Trek Star? We're gonna grab the Trek Star. That's north of the Death Star.
Hey, I bet you can reach under there right now, Tyler.
Take it out of gear?
And get it out of gear.
I'm about ready for a freaking... Dude, you down for a Lunchable? No, we got 6 of them, dog. We brought lunch.
We get it put into neutral so it actually rolls.
Looks very comfortable.
No, it's very uncomfortable.
Steve did a really good job. Somehow my pile's bigger, but my hole is shallower, and his hole is good, and his pile's littler. He dug more than both of us.
Piles, though.
Are you concerned that the Jeep is gonna roll on Hillbilly?
No, it's
Why?
sitting in the dirt. So luckily, we have the park engaged. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the Trekker over, try to air up that back tire, and then see if the Trekker can winch this thing out. Our goal here is to not use the skid steer, because that'd be too easy. So as you can see, that's level. So our level's a little bit angled. That shows you how far down the old barrel is. Is there any hook points up front? We're gonna have to grab the axle. That sucker is in the dirt.
What are you doing?
So right there.
Yeah. Right there somewhere. We just put the transmission and the transfer case in neutral so that it'll roll a little easier. Well, a lot easier.
I'm gonna put a rope extension around this axle. We're gonna put actually 2 of them. Then we're gonna soft shackle it in the center so we can just rip the axles out of this. We'll let the body stay in the mud, but the axle's gonna come out. I dug a pathway to China so I could get up in there. What are you doing? Oh, he's gonna air it up. So I'm gonna hurry and get these soft rope extensions in while Hillbilly tries to air that up.
Getting the air compressor all going so we can get that tire aired up and hopefully it holds air. About to lose the valve stem core. I think that's why he lost air.
Can you tighten it up?
I am right now. With the flathead screwdriver.
Is it working?
Sounds like it's going in. It's not making a lot. It's getting air.
We got aired up from the Trekker's onboard air system. So that's cool. First time for everything. We broke a shovel. We dug some holes. We're gonna bring the Trekker. We ought to just put it up against that rock up there, Hillbilly. And then we'll use the rear winch. We're gonna winch this and see what it does.
Hey, it is a neutral. You want to do a yankum rope and yank it out of there?
No, I don't. We're gonna try to not damage
You guys
this.
have to be in front to throw rocks in there to stop it before it hits the bead.
I thought it hit him first.
Yeah, we're gonna let it hit Hillbilly first. We're gonna slingshot it into the back of him. Okay, get into position. And don't get stuck, you don't have lockers. All right, you're gonna use a tire as your chalk.
What does that mean?
Just gonna back into it. Hey, it's kind of like our last recovery. We got an audience. So we're gonna get this all hooked up and see what it does. Hillbilly, you ready?
Oh yeah.
Hillbilly, it's coming! Good?
Go, go, go!
If it starts to roll, get out of the way.
Well, it's gonna go back into the hole. So
Okay.
Oh man,
There's something leaking
Where?
right there.
like it's coming out of the exhaust pipe.
Maybe just water.
That front end's crushed. It is gonna roll. I think we ought to put it.
Get it up out of that hole.
It's gonna miss him.
It's gonna hit that other.
Nope, too late. Okay, go get a rock ready. Let's get a rock like 4 feet in front of it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually put a chalk because we don't want it to roll down the hill. Came out fairly decent. We've got 4 cows that are super interested in what we're doing now. So that's cool. You can see at one point it was pretty bad. The rocker laid here. As the runoff was coming through, it kind of washed everything out. Put some rocks in the holes. Now we got to figure out how to get it from here to there. But I think we're probably going to end up using the skid steer from this point on. Luckily, came out pretty well. But now we have the task of getting it back down the canyon. Back off the boulder, which is going to be a feat in and of itself. All right.
Back up a little bit. Right there. A little bit more. Okay.
We used the skid steer to actually drag the Jeep all the way back to the trailer, and then we used it to load it because the entire problem is the Jeep is locked We have no keys, and the tires are a little bit kicked to the driver's side. This is about our only option. So we didn't want to use this for the recovery. We didn't want to just come in here and lift it out. We used the Trekker again, and the 12,000 pound Badlands winch did exactly what it was supposed to. Now we've got the forks loaded. We never even unloaded the winch, but I'd rather come prepared and have too much than not have enough. So we're gonna run back and grab the bucket. While we're back there, we're gonna hurry and fill in those holes so that somebody else doesn't somehow go into the holes, and we'll help the Forest Service out a little bit. So moral of the story, don't go off the road, recreate safely and responsibly, stay on marked paths. We're super grateful for the U.S. Forest Service for calling us for stuff like this, and the Garfield County Sheriff's Department, their LEOs. But anyway, let's get this loaded up. We still have like 6 hours back home. All right, so that was a crazy day.
Tomorrow might be late.
Oh,
Might have to go to the chiropractor after this trip.
So
You're the youngest one here.
we got like 5 hours home. So as always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one. So one thing that we've learned is we never want to come here again.